Well, hello you lot, thank you for joining me. Welcome to a new video. I'm going to do a little bit of a different video this week. I'm not going to do too much talking in the car, I'm just going to tell you about the video and then we'll move on. So I'm planning on doing, instead of see what I do today at work, let's see what I do this week at work. So as long as I remember to bring the camera with me every day and record bits, we'll see what I do. Just get around this roundabout. So today is Monday, the 7th, I think, probably, can't see, of April. Railway week starts on a Sunday, so Sunday to Saturday. I was off yesterday, I'm in today, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off on Thursday, in Friday and Saturday. So yeah, let's see what today has in store. Well, it's time to go pick a train up. It's just gone 6 o'clock in the evening, so I'm going to pick my first train up from Cockfosters down to Heathrow Terminal 5. So I've got a relatively short duty today. Get out of that sun, 6 hours and 6 minutes. I don't expect it to be too busy going down to Heathrow. Monday nights are usually pretty quiet. By the time we get into central London, it'll sort of be getting on 7 o'clock, so we'd have missed the rush hour. So I'm just waiting for the train to come in, just having a look. Should be in about the next 2 minutes, and then we're due out in about 10 minutes, hopefully, fingers crossed. So here's my beauty. Actually arrived on time. Oh look, it's a double ender. So I've talked about this before, but people still ask, why have we got some with cabs in the middle? So back in the day, there used to be 3-car units that used to run down to Aldwych. So that's why we have some with 3 cabs. Or double enders, as we know. As we call them even. So welcome to 22 sidings at Heathrow Terminal 5. We actually got here a few minutes early, 2 or 3 minutes early. So yeah, that was nice. Got probably about 10-11 minutes before we depart, so that gives me time to get onto the platform, use the facilities, and then we'll get on our way. Step over that puddle, there we go. So next part of this first half duty will be Terminal 5 to Acton Town, and that's where I'll have my break. So yeah, Terminal 5. We're due out in 7 minutes. So we made it to Acton Town on time, so I'm going to have a break. So I'm just going to pick up the train. I'll pick up in about 10 minutes, but to be honest, I was starting to fall asleep, so I thought I'd go and wait on the platform. Heading down to T5 again. So my train should be the next one in, hopefully. 2 minutes late. Welcome back to 22 sidings at Heathrow Terminal 5. We arrived on the platform 3-4 minutes late. The train came in a couple of minutes late. By the time I've sort of changed over, sorted my seat out, put my details on the train. It's probably another 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. And then we was held at South Ealing, another 1.5 minutes or so, maybe 2 minutes, whilst the train ahead went into the depot. But we got here. I'm not going to drive faster than I'm comfortable with, just to make up a little bit of time, or faster than the train's able to go. It's just not worth it. But very least we'll be out of here on time. When I detrained, it sounds like I've got an air leak on the, well, what will be my leading car now. See if you can hear it. Yes, definitely an air leak on there. It's maintaining the air at the moment, so that's all that really matters. I'll report it in the book, and they can have a look at it. Obviously, if I lose air, that's a different story, because we won't go very far. So back at Cockfosters, just detrained, waiting to go in the yard. We was a few minutes late, but I'll talk to you about that when I'm walking out the depot. I'm just walking out the depot. So, left T5, no problem, got to Northfields on the eastbound fast platform. Could see there was a train at South Ealing ahead in the fast. After a couple of minutes I was just about to call them to see why it was being held there, when I heard them put out a message to another train telling them to come into South Ealing westbound under caution. Apparently there was a passenger on the eastbound trying to access the track, so it was held up probably 6-7 minutes before that train departed, and then we went into South Ealing at caution, but there was nothing around, so we continued on from there. What else happened? Russell Square station was closed due to no staff, so we didn't stop there. Other than that, that's it. No issues with the air on the train. It maintained air, and that's without the compressors running continuously, so if they were running continuously we'd have had an issue. They could have easily overheated. But yeah, hopefully they'll fix that tonight. Other than that, that's it for today. So I'm going to call it a day, and we'll see you tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Hello, and afternoon or evening. It is just gone 5:30, so it's taken me nearly an hour and 50 minutes to get here. Book on in just under an hour's time. So today's due is about this. It's very similar to what I did yesterday, I should say. So I'm going to go get booked on, see what drivers I can use, and catch on the platform. And so just heading down to pick my train up from Cockfosters down to Terminal 4. I think Arsenal are playing tonight. I've seen a lot of Arsenal shirts, but hopefully we'll miss all the aggro. Well, it's not much aggro, to be fair. Pick my train up in about 2 minutes. So the train came in a couple of minutes late. Got about 5 minutes, I think, before we're due out. So this first half is going to be Cockfosters T4 Northfields, and then travel up to Acton Town for my break. I don't know whether I'll film at Northfields, but if not, well, I'll see you at T4 hopefully if we're on time, and then at Acton Town at the very least. And then the second half is Acton T5 back here in Stable. So we're at Terminal 4. We actually got here a little bit early, about 2 minutes early, so we're due here in about 6 minutes or so. So for me, I'll be taking this around to Northfields on the east, then I'll travel up to Acton for my break. So I just got off at Northfields, travel up to Acton. So it's time to pick up a train. Yes, down to Terminal 5. So it'll be Terminal 5, back to Cockfosters Stable, and stop at Turnham Green. So it should be the next train in, hopefully. So we made it to Heathrow, and just for a change we're in 22 sidings. So it's an eventful sort of half an hour trip from Acton Town. So I'm due out of here in about 10 minutes or so, or off the platform I should say, back up to Cockfosters, stopping at Tottenham Green. At the moment Holloway Road station is closed, that's due to the end of the football match, but it should be open by the time I get back up there, which will be in about an hour and 10 minutes, something like that. So yeah, I'm hoping for a, I'm not going to use the Q word, but I hope it's going to be uneventful. Back up to Cockfosters tonight. So just back at Cockfosters, just waiting to go into the depot. Right, so that's me finished. It was uneventful, nothing happened, which is just how I like it. Stabled pretty much on time, give or take a minute or so. So that's it for today. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday, I have what we call a spare turn, but what I'll do is I'll explain what that is in the car tomorrow. Hello, and welcome to, what day are we on? Wednesday. It's where are we? It's about 2:45. So I said at the end of the last video, today I'm on what we call a spare duty, so I just thought I'd quickly explain what that is. So basically I've got a start time, end time. I start a little after 4:30, finish a little after 1, but I actually don't have a duty to drive. So basically you're there to cover anything that's uncovered, or if there's nothing to do, you're there sort of for emergencies, go and move trains if something happens, that sort of thing. So I did ask yesterday if I was down for anything, and as of yesterday it looks like I've got a full duty today. I think it was Cockfosters T4 Cockfosters, Cockfosters T5 Cockfosters, but that may well change when I get in. So yeah, that's what spare duty is. So just picked my train up. It is a full duty today, so I think it's Terminal 4 back here for break, and then Terminal 5 back here. So we'll get on to it. Hey, so I'm back at Cockfosters. Sorry I didn't film anything at T4, I was late down there. So just to give you a not a recap, because I haven't told you, just let you know what happened. I left here on time, got to Oakwood on the west, couldn't open my doors, rectified that, then down towards Arnos Grove, got held outside Arnos Grove for about 4 minutes. Just open this gate. Oh no, try again, there we go. Then through central London it was slow. Then I was held at South Ealing for a couple of minutes. So I arrived at T4 1 minute after I should have departed. I ran to the toilet, or correction, I walked with purpose to the toilet. Left about 3 minutes late. On time, back at Northfields on the eastbound. Early at Acton Town on the eastbound. And yeah, we arrived here at Cockfosters on time. So yeah, that's all that really happened. Didn't seem to be any rhyme or reason of why things were slow, but that's the joys of the Piccadilly line. So I'm going to have a break. Right, so it's 9 o'clock, well, a couple of minutes past. I'm going to go get my train. Hopefully it'll be uneventful down to T5. I think the train I should have picked up about a minute ago, but it was showing at Southgate, so it's going to be a minute or two late in anyway. Be out on time, I hope. So the train should have been in 3 minutes ago, still not here. We're due out in just under 6 minutes. So it says platform 3, so let's go wait on platform 3. Here it comes, hopefully. So we'll have it out on time anyway, or at least I'll be ready to depart on time. Whether I get the signal on time is another matter. Apparently there was a train in front of this that had a passenger alarm operated, so it delayed it by a few minutes. These things happen, I guess. Well, I'm going to go get set up and I'll see you hopefully at T5. Here for a nice change, we're in 21 sidings at T5. So we got here on time. Nothing happened, it was very uneventful, which is what I like to see. So heading back up to Cockfosters, going to be stopping at Turnham Green. If you're not familiar with why I'm mentioning Turnham Green, in the evenings the Piccadilly line only stops at Turnham Green after 10:30 in the evening. It does stop in the morning. As I don't do the early shifts, I can never remember what time. 6:45, something like that. But in the evening, yeah, anything past 10:30, we stop. So yeah, there you go. I've got about 9 minutes, I think it is, to get out of here. So I'm going to go use the toilet, back up to Cockfosters, hoping for an uneventful trip again. Because I've had enough today, I'm just tired. It's old age. Right, so that's me finished tonight. Uneventful coming back, which is good. It's good for the passengers, but even better for me, because I don't have to actually get off my fat arse and do anything other than drive the train. Oh, excuse me, it's a bit nippy out. I'm on rest day tomorrow, or today, Thursday, so we'll see you Friday, as long as I remember to run the camera. Well, hello, and welcome back. It's a glorious Friday evening. It's what we're on, about 4:45. So I had a day off yesterday. I should be on nights today and tomorrow, but I don't like doing my nights. There's plenty of people who want to do them, so I'm not doing them. So what we got? Well, surprisingly, I'm going to Heathrow. That's all I've done this week. It's just Heathrows. In fact, I think in the last 3 weeks I've done Heathrows, 2 Northfields and 1 Uxbridge. So yeah, so I'm going T4, just having a look, Arnos Grove, then have a break, Arnos Grove, Cockfosters, T5, Cockfosters stable. Well, it's not here yet. It's due in about 30 seconds. It is hot today. I've got my jacket on just so I ain't got to carry it to the train. I'll take it off. But I did notice, I don't know if you can see on camera, when I put this shirt on, well, it's old. I need to order some new ones. So sorry if I look a bit of a mess with holes in my shirt, but I'll try and remember to throw it away. There goes the Uxbridge train. And this is our little delight. Just making sure there's no broken glass or anything like that. So we made it to Terminal 4 with no issues. And we're out of here in about 5 minutes. So we actually arrived about 3 minutes early at Arnos Grove. What can I say, there's drivers and there's drivers. Time for a break, I think. Right, let's go get a train up to Cockfosters. So, as I said, well, earlier, it's Friday. Fridays are a bit bizarre. You can either have it can either be full of, let's just say, drunk people that cause trouble, or, I won't use the word, that Q word. I'm hoping for the Q word, if I'm honest, tonight. But it's down to T5. So it's about an hour and 35 minutes. T5 and then back up here and stable, stopping at Turnham Green on the eastbound, so when I come back. So we made it to Terminal 5 without too much trouble. Once I got to Covent Garden, I'd caught the train up in front, So then it was a little bit slow all the way down to Hammersmith. So I arrived maybe 3 minutes late here at T5. And whenever you're late, you're guaranteed there's no help to detrain. So I've got probably 7 minutes or so before I need to leave the platform. So I'm going to change ends, which I'm doing now, and then run to the toilet once I get on the platform. And then we can depart on time. Back to Cockfosters, stopping at Turnham Green. So as time's getting on, I'm in a bit of a rush, so I'll see you back at Cockfosters. So, finally stabled my train. So I left Heathrow on time, got just outside Acton town, and that's where I got held up. And then between Acton and Turnham Green, I was doing about 10-15 miles an hour and still having to stop at most of the signals. And there was a gap, and caught up the train again in front through town a couple of times. Yes, excuse me. Oh dear. And then outside Arnos Grove I get held there for about 4 minutes whilst they do what we call a stock and crew. So that's where two trains, they basically swap them over, so the driver changes over trains. That took 4 minutes, I think. I get up to Cockfosters about 5-6 minutes late. Doesn't take me long to detrain, there's no one on, so it's nice and easy. I'm ready to go in the yard. I would have been like a minute late. No, they'll leave me on the platform for almost 20 minutes. So I should be, I wouldn't say halfway home, but yeah, I get annoyed because I had to call the signaller. The signaller blames the shunter. You speak to the shunter, they blame the signaller. Just aggravates me. But anyway, so that's it for today. I'll put my overtime in for tomorrow, because I'm not going to mess around at this time of night. It's now 11 minutes past 1. So tomorrow is the last day of this week, so I'll catch you then. Hello for the final day of this week. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful afternoon, and yes, I know I've got my coat on. I think I said this in one of the other videos. I just don't have any hands free, so it's easier to wear it, and I'll take it off when I get on the train. Yes, so it's Saturday afternoon. Got a slightly earlier start. I think I said yesterday I should have been on nights yesterday and tonight. So it's just before 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but it means I do finish a little bit earlier tonight, which hopefully we won't have the same problem as last night. Yes, it's Heathrow again today, or two Heathrows. So first one is T5, back to Cockfosters, travel down to Arnos Grove, and then I think it's T4, back up here and stable, something like that. Also, we've got Arsenal playing at home again this afternoon. Well, I think it's a 5:30 kickoff, so I hope I miss most of it. Car park was a pain trying to get in, even though we've got dedicated staff bays. They still like to park in them. But anyway, that's another issue. So my train is due in about 3 minutes. It looks like it's at Arnos Grove, so it's 5-6 minutes late. So we'll see when it gets in. So train's arrived, platform 1. It was about 4 minutes late, so we'll have it out on time. That's, well, let me rephrase it. I'll be ready to depart on time. Whether we get the signal on time, that's well, that's another story entirely. So down to Terminal 5. Well, finally made it down to T5. God, it was slow. We arrived about 7 minutes late. Don't really know why, just lots of red signals. So I've got about 7 minutes before I'm due out, so I'm just changing ends. I'll go and use the loo before I depart the platform. Back up to Cockfosters. Right, made it back to Cockfosters on time as well. Managed to leave T5 on time, which is good. I was at Caledonian Road and they shut Holloway Road because of the end of the football. Other than that, uneventful. I'm now going to travel on this train. I'm pointing, you can't see, but that's this one. Down to Arnos Grove for my break, and that's where I pick up my next train. And we're just at Oakwood. So just looking, I pick up my next train in about an hour and 15 minutes or so, if you're interested. Southgate next. Yeah, we're just at Southgate. Not as exciting a view as from the front, but there you go.
This is Southgate. This is a Piccadilly Line service to Heathrow Terminals 2 and 3 and Terminal 5.
Used to get a bit of train action on here. There you go. Right, I'll see you after my break. So train's here. It was late. Back at Cockfosters. I don't know if I actually caught any at Arnos Grove. Train came in late. I was chatting to another driver, so I didn't get much footage. T4, I was running late. We got in 8 minutes late. Ran to the loo. Left 2 minutes late. But I'm back at Cockfosters on time. So I'm going to stable this. So that's me all done. I actually stabled a minute too early, so they didn't hold me like they did yesterday. So that's it for this week. Today is Saturday, and as I said at the beginning of the video, the railway week runs Sunday to Saturday. So I'm off tomorrow. I've got a day off, and then I'll be back Monday. I don't quite know how this video will come out. I think I've said on some of my old videos, when you try something new, it's a bit of trial and error. So we'll see how it works. If people don't like it, then I won't do it again. If people like it, well, I'll look at doing it again, but not regular. It takes quite a lot to remember just to film every day, if I'm honest with you. But anyway, that's that. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.